5 years ago, I was sat in a bar in Manila, and I was having a conversation with an older Filipino gentleman about great business ideas. I actually ended up sharing with him probably my greatest business idea to date. I'm going to share that with you now. So, did you know you can actually freeze vodka using liquid nitrogen? Place these little cubes in a glass next to a small bottle of soft drink in a high-end London bar, and you can just pour the liquid in and you have an ice-cold vodka and soft drink with no traditional ice cubes watering it down. A great idea. I can see everyone smiling. A great idea. He agreed. As he got up to leave, he looked me in the eye and he said, "Tom, these have all been fantastic ideas, but there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path." This quote didn't mean much to me at the time. I wrote it down in my little travel journal. It was only about 3 weeks ago I realised it was said by Morpheus to Neo in the third Matrix film. I'm going to talk more about the meaning I derived from this quote at the end of the talk. For now, let's learn a bit more about you guys. So who in here has ever had a business idea or a great business idea? I've had a couple. Yeah, we got one. We've got a few. There we go. Come on. Okay, so if I was to pose a slightly different question, if I said, who in here has had a great business idea and then brought that to life into reality and created a business or venture, the number would probably be slightly smaller. However, my research and somewhat extensive experience has shown that a great idea is not a prerequisite to great success, and there's something else at play. That is what we're going to talk about. So why do I think there's something more powerful than the idea? Personal experience. 12 months ago, myself and my two flatmates started a company that sell male leggings. I'm not wearing. I should be wearing the leggings now. Multiple people have said to me I should be wearing the leggings. I'm not. Maybe next time I'll wear the leggings. So men wearing leggings was not our idea. A company selling male leggings was not our idea. The name of the company and even the branding of the logo were not our ideas. Yet 12 months down the line, we're still selling leggings somewhat successfully. Why don't we look at some arguably more successful companies? Apple. Did Apple invent the MP3 player? Did Google have the idea for a search engine? Did Mark Zuckerberg even have the idea for an internal social networking site at Harvard University? I know the third one is controversial, but the answer to all of those questions is no. They just execute better than everybody else. So this 7 minutes has one point. This 7-minute talk has one point, and that is we should place a greater value on the execution of ideas as opposed to their creation. This will play a far greater part in our success. I'm not here just to preach about how great the execution of ideas is. I'm going to share two concepts that have changed the way I live my life and have allowed to execute more. And they are the title of this talk: Stop Thinking and Start Failing. So, stop thinking. People think and plan too much when starting a business. Steve Jobs said, you cannot join the dots going forward, you can only join the dots going backwards. And we see examples of this in TV and movies all the time. One I saw recently was the third Harry Potter film. Hermione and Harry have to go back in time to change the outcome of a situation. So Hermione does so with a little gadget and they arrive. Harry's nervous. He's like, so what do we do now? And Hermione says, I have no idea, and she just runs towards the situation. What she does here is very interesting. She doesn't think or plan, she takes an action towards the goal, and after a number of actions, Harry and Hermione can join the dots going backwards. They couldn't have planned that way forward. So instead of planning meticulously for a business or venture, I think we should take an action towards an overall goal, reassess the situation, and then take another action. So that is number one, stop thinking. Number two, start failing. So we're brought up to fear and abhor failure, and I think this can be crippling to our development. But in reality, failure is great. I fail pretty much every day. And I enjoy it. I was even getting nervous before this talk. What if I fail? What if people don't like me, or I don't like what I have to say? And I thought maybe I should embrace the freak, as Ali said. But I realised if I did fail, people didn't like me, that I would probably learn more from that, and I'd be more motivated for next time. You got a nod of the head there. Okay, so because I think when you learn to embrace failure, distance yourself from your ego, you will start to execute more. Yes, you will fail more, but most importantly, you will learn more, and then you'll succeed. Arguably the best basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan, said, "I fail over and over and over again, and that is why I succeed." So I guess what going back to the quote at the start, I guess what my Filipino friend was trying to say, and Morpheus were both trying to say, there's a difference between, with their quote, there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path, is that there is a difference between having an idea and executing an idea. And I agree with both of them. So going forward, I'm going to think less and fail more. I challenge you to do the same.